This is the first ever all-electric Cadillac, and it's called the Lyriq with a Q. It's part of the new Ultium EV platform vehicles from GM, and others like the Celestiq, Vistiq, Optiq, and Escalade IQ will follow. This one here is all-wheel drive thanks to dual motors and a massive 102 kilowatt-hour battery. It is lithium ion with a nickel, cobalt, manganese, aluminum cathode, and blended graphite anode for the nerds. AC charging is supported up to 19.2 kilowatts and DC up to 190 kilowatts, so at least you can charge rather quickly. The range is rated at 494 kilometers or 307 miles, which is a tiny bit less compared to the rear-wheel drive model that you can also get. But the 500 horsepower is a significant bump over the 340 horsepower the rear-wheel drive one gets. Also, torque jumps to 450 pound-feet of torque from 325. As a result, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour comes in 5.4 seconds, 0 to 60 miles an hour in 5 seconds flat. The reverse procedure, braking, takes 40 meters. Power comes on really gradually. Even when you kick down, it's not like an explosive kabooch. Like, I'm sure that it could give you like a bigger punch in the back with all that torque, but it kind of gradually comes on. It's not too smoothened out, but it's smoothened out enough to make it feel less powerful than what the numbers suggest. However, it's not slow. I mean, it is a pretty quick vehicle. So performance-wise, I have zero complaints. It has driving modes like Tour, Sport. You can customize your My mode. So regarding performance, everything is tuned really well. You can do one-pedal driving. Honestly, I have zero complaints regarding the drivetrain in general. It's great. So overall, regarding performance, it has no issues moving around this 2.6-ton body. Handling is great also. It has multi-link suspension with passive adaptive dampers. It corners with ease, and grip limits are really high. But there's one problem in terms of handling, and that is the seat, which, as you can see, really doesn't hold me in place at all. I mean, immediately I noticed that the bottom of the seat is kind of short, so I don't have like as much thigh support as I wanted to. But you know what? The bigger problem is that when you're turning, because this thing can actually turn, but nothing is holding me in my position. And that's a big problem when you want to go fast, because if you're flying around in your seat, it's no good. But if I plant myself in the seat and I try really hard to stay in position while I turn, I can tell you it handles great. It's not really playful. It will try to kick out the tail. It leans a little bit, not too much. You know what? The way this thing handles is great. I do have one complaint though, and that has to do with the suspension. This thing is nowhere near as soft as I was expecting it to be. It is a little bit bumpier than I would like it to. And the bigger problem is what you just witnessed back there. So the steering is so slow. Let's count how many turns it goes side to side. So from dead center, it will do 1. And this is more than half, so I would say 1.7. So from turn to turn, this is 1, 2, 3.7, almost 4. Honestly, this is pretty bad, because when you're trying to like maneuver in like tight spots, or you want to do a 3-point turn or whatever, there's a lot of steering involved. And you know, yes, the steering is light, so it's not that difficult, but honestly, like, let's say I want to do a 3-point turn, but without completely stopping. Sorry, that would make it a U-turn. So look how a U-turn feels like. There's a lot of turning of the wheel. And then when you want to unwind, steering could be a lot faster than this. For long distances, it's quite nice. On the highway, it's quiet and refined, and Super Cruise does most of the driving for you. It's smart enough to even change lanes. I really like how it works. So it really seems that the Lyriq really shines on the highway. In front of you, you get a beautiful 33-inch display with beautiful graphics and customizable screens that contain most of the information you really need to see. The infotainment isn't the easiest to use, but it's not even the most sophisticated. But after a while, you will be able to get used to it and find what you really need to find without being too distracted. It does support Apple CarPlay, wireless, and Android Auto. It has built-in Google, which doesn't do anything car-related. but it has a super loud AKG studio sound system with 19 speakers to blow your ears off. Like literally, since it has speakers right here. It also has a really nice looking fixed glass roof. The materials inside are very nice from a distance, but once you get a little bit closer, well, there's lots to complain about. The piano black looks really dirty very easily. This chrome accent here on the door misses its target like a drunk man would. But the biggest problem is the amount of creaking and cracking that happens in this car, because honestly, like, I don't know, listen to this. And it's not only when you touch stuff. Like, listen to the door. All this stuff, when the car is cold and you put on the heater and then things start warming up and they start expanding, it's like 30 minutes of like, honestly, if I brought a friend inside here and I told them that I paid $95,000 plus taxes for this thing, and then we started going somewhere, and we're all nice and quiet to enjoy the EV smoothness, and then you'd hear all these creaking and cracking shit, honestly, I would be embarrassed. I cannot find a better word to say other than embarrassed. This is embarrassing for this interior. The materials are quite nice, but honestly, like, the way they've been put together, terrible! And yes, you heard that right earlier. Prices in Canada for the all-wheel drive models start at $73,827 for the Tech, which is the base model. This Sport 3, as tested, is $95,000. You can save about $4,000 getting a rear-wheel drive model, but still, it's not worth saving that money. Overall, I think this is about $15,000 more than it should be. And also, look at the glove box. Look how it opens. That's like the same amount of force Hulk Hogan used to drop kick the Honky Tonk Man. It's just brutal. Roominess up front is very nice. I have no complaints. Got plenty of space for all your stuff. All good up here. You have heated seats, ventilated seats. They do a basic massage. Very nice. Also, the rear seats, very generous regarding legroom, headroom. 3 adults will sit with ease. They have heated seats. They have charging ports. So they basically have everything I would expect for the class. The trunk also has a power tailgate. You press the crest in and voila. Underneath the floor liner, it has room to hide the tonneau cover if you want. The capacity is rated at 793 liters to the ceiling probably, but still it's a very good number. Trunk is huge. Now from the outside, I have to say that this is a very good looking vehicle. I like the lines a lot, and I like how details have been smoothened out for aerodynamic purposes. Everything possible is lit up. When you approach the car at night, the lights will do a little dance for you. It looks like an excited puppy. It has massive 22-inch wheels. It's completely insane. But still, overall, I'd have to say that until they fix the vocal interior and soften up the suspension, and most importantly, do something about that price tag, I don't think this is going to go very well. For me, at the moment, it gets a 7.5 out of 10. In case you're wondering, the 600 E4 is because it makes 610 Newton meters of torque, so that's where this comes from. I'm really looking forward to all the other Q models because I'm pretty sure that they're going to fix it in the future. It can't be this bad, honestly. Like, GM, especially Cadillac, usually sticks it to everybody else, but not this time around. Anyway, let's see. I hope they fix it up a bit because I really wanted to like this a lot more than I actually do. Anyway, this is all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Most importantly, till next time, be well. Bye-bye.
Perfect.